Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Monday with the Morning Sprint.
Olivia Roberts has an important update for travelers this morning.
But first, Mark Peterson tracking a hot start to summer.
Well, if you're going to be traveling, early morning hours would really be nice. First alert weather, it's going to be hot. 4 things you need to know is that, these roads are going to warm up quickly. 90 plus all week long when it comes to our temperatures here. Mostly sunny throughout not only this week but into the weekend. There will be some breezy conditions at times, but we need to prepare for those triple digits moving in for this weekend and probably beyond. Outdoor activity today, do it early or late. 70 heading out the door about 8, 9 o'clock. 86 at lunch, and then our dinner time is going to be 91 degrees.
Breaking news this morning, Claudette has strengthened back into a tropical storm as it moves along North Carolina. The National Hurricane Center says the storm has winds of 40 miles per hour with higher gusts. Flash floods are the biggest concern right now. Some parts of Georgia and the Carolinas could see up to 5 inches of precipitation. Claudette is forecasted to stay as tropical storm strength until tomorrow when it enters the cold waters of the northern Atlantic.
And nearly 45% of the U.S. population is now fully vaccinated against COVID-19. That is 149 million Americans, according to the CDC. 16 states have already reached President Joe Biden's goal to vaccinate 70% of adults with at least 1 dose. The current pace of COVID-19 vaccinations in the U.S. is about 1.3 million doses a day.
Here in Washington, we're getting closer and closer to hitting that 70% vaccination rate. According to the Department of Health, nearly 68% of those 16 and older have had at least the first dose, while more than 54% are now fully vaccinated. If we hit 70% before June 30th, the state will fully reopen. Across the border in Idaho, the state is just below 50% for those 18 and older. More than 49% of adults in the state have received that first dose. More than 45% are fully vaccinated.
New this morning, Seattle is extending the city's coronavirus moratorium on evictions through September 30th. The moratorium has been in place statewide since March of last year and is meant to stave off evictions of people who lost jobs because of the pandemic. Seattle's moratorium applies to residential, nonprofit, and small business tenants. Small business defined as those with 50 or fewer employees. The statewide moratorium, which includes Spokane, is still set to expire at the end of this month.
Anti-government activist Eamon Bundy has formally announced his run for Idaho governor, posting a 3-minute video on his campaign website. Bundy said he wants to defend Idaho from President Joe Biden and the, quote, deep state that control him. He'll take on current Idaho Governor Brad Little, Lieutenant Governor Janice McGeachin, and 4 other Republicans in the 2022 primary.
Well, if you have a trip booked anytime between today and July 15th, you should keep an eye on the status of your flight. American Airlines canceled 123 flights on Saturday, 178 on Sunday, and today more than 100 flights are canceled already. The airline is blaming maintenance issues and major staffing shortages. American says it'll continue to cancel at least 50 to 60 flights a day for the rest of this month and 50 to 80 flights per day in July. At last check, no flights out of Spokane this morning have been canceled, but if your flight is affected, American says it'll let you know as soon as possible and give you an opportunity to rebook on a different flight through its app. TSA says it's struggling to keep up with demand too. Agents screened more than 2.1 million people at airport security checkpoints yesterday. That's the highest number since the start of the pandemic.
This morning, U.S. borders with Mexico and Canada will remain closed through today to reduce the spread of COVID-19. Last month, the Department of Homeland Security extended the restrictions to June 21st. Now they are being extended until July 21st. Southbound travel from the U.S. into Mexico's northern border cities has gone unchecked since the beginning of the pandemic. Americans can still fly there.
Well, bargain hunters, this is your moment. Amazon's 48-hour Prime Day sale kicks off today. Look for the next 2 days. Look for deals on fashion, toys, electronics, and more. To join in, you need to have an Amazon Prime membership. If you don't have one, you can sign up for a 30-day free trial. Amazon formally holds Prime Day later in the summer.
And coming up next on Good Morning America, another bear attack making headlines. A black bear attacking a teenager in the middle of the night while she was sleeping in a hammock just feet away from her family. GMA has the story. And we'll be back with a final check of Mark's forecast after this.